All right. So as I say today, right, our lesson will be focusing a little bit more on something called algebraic expression versus equation. All right, and we'll do some simplification of algebraic expression. And lastly, if we have time, we'll go into something called solving algebraic equation. Hey, Jer, I learned this in primary 6. Very good. That means today's lesson is easy for you. All right. All right. So it's true. It's true. All right. It's true that you have learned all this in primary 6 already. All right. If that's the case, right, seriously, today's lesson will be a walk in the park for you guys. So no stress, no pressure, and seriously, no homework. All right. No homework, I promise. Okay. So let me just give you a little bit of notes first. All right. So usually, right, when we have our lesson, all right, I will always have this thing called the quick notes. And the quick notes is something whereby I hope that you can write it down. All right. So usually I will tell my student to have an exercise book with them. All right. This exercise book is like an A4 exercise book. All right. So once you open it, right, you can actually give it a heading, and the heading is actually called algebra. All right. So this exercise book will be like your notebook. All right. So in future, when you go to school, you can actually bring this exercise book to school. When there is some important things you want to remember, you can actually update into this exercise book. So this exercise book becomes your, your notes. All right. So during your exam, you can actually pick it up and do a refresh before the test and all this. It'll be very, very helpful. All right. And remember something? This exercise book is your own book. All right. So you are supposed to decorate it. You are supposed to make sure that it is the formulas or whatever the writings are clear. All right. So that you'll be able to do your revision. All right. And this book is actually your own. All right. So you don't have to go and buy any notes from outside already. Can? Okay. So if you can understand, that's good. All right. Go to maybe some of you do not have an exercise book. You can take out a piece of foolscap paper first. Okay. And you can give it a heading, and the heading is called algebra. All right, algebra. All right, so I'm going to skip the basic. All right, so the basic is more or less telling you that what is the meaning of algebra and all this. Okay, so a quick one. All right, when you see this L, right, actually means what? All right, you're supposed to use what? You're supposed to use like alphabet. All right, you're supposed to use alphabet. All right, to represent what? To represent the secret. Oh, got secret there. All right, to represent the secret number. All right. So for example, you go and ask, your school teacher, hey, teacher, how old are you? Especially those ladies teacher. Do you think they will tell you the age? Right. Usually ladies, right, they will be a little bit more shy. Right. They don't want to tell you the age one. Oh, we can also download the slides from the portal. Smart, Hannah. Thank you so much for your contribution into the chat. All right, so children, if you want to, if you can look into the chat, right? Maybe I put the chat as yeah, actually the chat is to everyone. All right, so Hannah actually sent me a direct message saying that you can actually download these slides from the portal. You can, all right, you can. All right, so you don't have to really go and copy it. You can actually download this slide. All right, you can actually cut out using your scissors and your whatever. All right, but before that, you have to print out lah. Then after that, you can paste it into your exercise book. Also can, a good idea. All right. And if you want to have some questions, right, you can actually go to the chat and ask. All right, so you're able to type some questions and everybody will be able to see your question. All right, we can do a little experiment by me saying hello. All right, so I'm talking about this chat here. All right, so some of you don't like to speak up, that's okay. All right, you go to the chat and you can just type some of the questions you have, and I will be able to answer those questions as best as possible. Can? All right. So you're using alphabet to represent the secret number, as I say. All right. You don't go around asking your school teacher, hey, teacher, how old are you? Nobody's going to tell you. All right. And some of your teacher might say, oh, my age is X years old. Oh, what's the meaning of X years old? It's a secret number. I'm not going to tell you. All right. That's what your teacher actually means. All right. So how old are you? Oh, my age is Y years old. All right, so the Y represents a secret number. It's just that your teacher don't want to tell you. All right. Okay. So we are talking a little bit about something called expression All right, versus actually something called equation today. All right, so in Sec 1, you need to understand the difference between these two. Hey, Cher, is this going to be my first topic in Sec 1? No. This is not going to be your first topic. My math teacher told my class her age. Really? Oh my goodness. All right, now it's so what? No, I mean, everybody is so open-minded, is it? I don't know. All right, for example, you ask me for my age, I also won't tell you, Anna. Right, I will tell you that I'm like 28 years old. Oh, but that's a lie. Of course, that's a lie. All right, I'm not 28. All right, so children, this will not be the first topic that your school will be doing. The first topic your school will be doing is something called prime numbers. All right, prime numbers will be linked to something called highest common factor and lowest common multiple. Then your question will be, then why am I here for this lesson? Good question. All right, you should be here for the lesson 3 lessons ago. All right, because 3 lessons ago we did something called prime numbers. We did something called real numbers and all this. All right, if you would have joined us earlier, you would have known that those will be your first few lessons. All right, in school next year. All right, so now it's just I'm just moving forward. All right, so you're doing something called algebra. Eventually, your school teacher will cover this also. Can? All right. So is there a difference between an expression and an equation? Yes, yes, yes. Besides the word, besides the spelling. All right. So expression, right, is whereby, for example, they say that Amy is X years old. All right. There's a storyline. There's a storyline. And we have Ben is 2 years older. Oh, all right. So what do you do? What do you do? All right. With this statement, right, what do you do? You will be able to find out Ben's age, right? All right. You'll be able to find out Ben's age. How? By writing down an algebraic expression. Because I don't know. I don't know what is the X. Amy don't want to tell me her age. All right. So if Amy don't want to tell me her age, never mind. All right. I can present it as an expression. So what's the expression? Oh, Amy is X years old. Ben is what? 2 years older. Older means what? You have to plus. All right. Thank you. All right. I saw some of your answers. All right. Answer is X plus 2. Very good. All right. So this is Ben's age. So usually, right? Usually we will present it as a bracket like that. And we will put the years old at the back. So this is your presentation for how old Ben is. Is that okay? So this particular form, right? This particular form, right? This particular format is what we call an expression. All right, it's what we call expression. Okay, later I'll show you what's the difference between expression and equation. Okay, then now the question move further. All right, the question move further. Oh, I want to find the total age. How do you find the total age? All right, now. Oh, that's easy, sure. All right, simply you add them up because the meaning of total, right? Total, this keyword actually means to add. All right, so this brings me to a little bit about the keywords that you'll be seeing, all right, especially in your Sec 1, especially in your algebra. Okay, so these are some of the keywords. When you see the word add, when you see the word plus, all right, when you see the word more, when you see the word total, when you see the word all together, all right, but what does all these words mean? Sure, obviously this means what? Plus. Right, so these are the keywords you'll be looking for. Right, means to add things up. Is that okay? Okay, what else? What else? All right, so I'm going to list out the 4 operations, which is the plus, the subtract, which is the minus. All right, so sometimes you see the word subtract, you see the word what? Minus. You see the word differences. Oh, this big word. All right, this word differences. You see the word less. And you see the word, these 2 words must be together, children. Much more. All right, how much more? Oh, please, it's not a plus. It's not a plus. When you see a word much more, it actually means to subtract, to minus. Right, be careful. When the two words comes together, much more or how many more, it means to minus. Cool? All right, so the plus and minus. So again, right, when your teacher teach you other keywords, right, you can actually add it in. All right, you can actually add it into here. Okay, so sometimes your teacher give you the word product. Sometimes the teacher use the word multiply directly. Sometimes the teacher use the word times. Sometimes the teacher use the word off. So this word off, right, all right, can actually means to multiply. All right, so all these are some of the keywords you can look out for, right, in order to decide whether to times, plus, minus, or divide. Oh, and the last one, yes, is divide. Right, divide, or they will use the word quotient. Right, or they will use the word something over something. All right, so all this actually means divide. All right, so these are the keywords, I will call them. So if you see some of these keywords, right, you can at least provide you with an idea, which sign, right, which of the operations to use. Is that okay? All right, so of course, please, these are not all. All right, you are able to update it as and when you see them. All right, so down here, the question is asking about the total. How do you find the total? All right, so total means what? Amy. Amy plus what? Plus Ben. All right, this is Amy plus Ben. Ben is X plus 2, right? Yeah. Then how do you what? How do you simplify them? How do you present them in a neater way? All right, so down here, when we do this step here, right, when we do the next step here, all right, we are trying to gather the we call these terms. We gather the terms neatly together. All right, and the question will use this word called simplify. All right, the instruction is to simplify. Gather the terms neatly together. Yeah, Hannah, very good. Grouping the terms neatly together. Yes, you can call that. All right. So just to let you know, all right, in front of the X, right, is a hidden one. If it's not written, right, it's a hidden one. So down here is like a hidden one also. So we have one xylophone. Xylophone is X, right? Plus one xylophone. That will give you two xylophone. Can you see? All right, so xylophone plus xylophone will give you two xylophone. All right, and your plus two, all right, your plus two will come behind. So as you can see, right, this is called the what? This portion here is called the X term. All right, this is called the X term. All right, and this portion here is actually called the number term. So are they belonging to the same family? They are not in the same family. All right, if they are not in the same family, you kind of write them separately. So 2x is like the X family, and the number 2 is the number family. All right, so you don't purposely put them together. You don't go and tell me, don't go and tell me the answer down here is 4x. It's wrong. It's wrong. All right, so it's not correct. I can put a stroke like that. This means incorrect. This means not equal. All right, so down here is not equal to 4x. Please be careful. So this symbol is something new. All right, it is representing not equal to. Can? So sometimes you see me writing that. All right, all these symbols are part of the math symbol. All right, it's not equal to 4x. Please be careful. Can? All right, you don't gather everything and put them together. So once again, all right, the total age is what? So down here, you can say that the total age, you can summarize a little bit. Total age now is given as 2x plus 2 in the bracket years old. So this is your presentation. And children, once again, what is this? What is this? What's this format? This format is called a what again? This format is called a expression once again. This is called an expression. Sure, quickly show me how does an equation looks like. Okay, can. All right. So equation, right? If you were in primary 6 and you were listening to some of my videos, right? equations require you to do some